जो दर्दनाक और इंसानियत सोज़ वाक़या उन्नाव में हुआ, जो फिर से उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार की मुसलमानों से नफ़रत की एक जीती जागती मिसाल है और उत्तर प्रदेश पुलिस की तरफ से एक क्रिमिनल बिहेवियर की एक और मिसाल है कि एक 17 साला गरीब मुसलमान लड़के को जो तरकारी बेचता था उसको उन्नाव की पुलिस ने मार मार कर उसकी जान ले ली, उसका क़त्ल कर दिया। ये इस बात को बताता है कि इन क्रिमिनल पुलिस के ऑफिसर्स को योगी आदित्यनाथ की पूरी सपोर्ट है और बीजेपी की सरकार उत्तर प्रदेश में मुसलमानों के ताल्लुक़ से नफ़रत भी फैला रही है और मुसलमानों पर पिछले 4.5 साल में जुल्म की इंतहा कर दी। मैं योगी आदित्यनाथ से पूछना चाहता हूं कि अगर इस लड़के का नाम फजल नहीं होता और इसका नाम विवेक तिवारी होता तो आप क्या करते? आपसे सस्पेंड करते। उन पुलिस वालों को आप उन पर क़त्ल का मुकदमा लगाना चाहिए। हम डिमांड करते हैं कि फजल के इस क़त्ल के ऊपर योगी आदित्यनाथ ना सिर्फ उन पुलिस ऑफिसर सस्पेंड करें बल्कि उस गरीब मरने वालों के लिए 25 लाख रुपये का इमीडिएटली एक्सग्रेशिया का ऐलान करें। मगर ये नहीं होगा, इसलिए कि योगी आदित्यनाथ की सरकार उत्तर प्रदेश में मुसलमानों के ख़िलाफ़ एक नफ़रत फैला चुकी है और या तो इस लॉकडाउन में मुसलमान कोरोना से मरेगा या दलित मुसलमान कोरोना से मरेगा या गरीबी से मर जाएगा या फिर पुलिस के मार से मर जाएगा। और एक एम्पिरिकल डेटा है CSDS का जो ये कहता है कि उत्तर प्रदेश के 56% पुलिस ऑफिसर्स पर्सनल मुसलमानों से नफ़रत करते हैं और समझते हैं, पहले से समझ जाते हैं कि ये लोग क्रिमिनल लोग हैं। तो ये एक जीता जागता सबूत है जो योगी आदित्यनाथ की सरकार में मुसलमानों पर जो जुल्म हो रहा है। द इनह्यूमन एंड बारबरिक killing of Fazal in Unnao, it needs to be condemned, and also we must tell the Adityanath government that they have perpetrated hate against Muslims in their rule, and this killing of Fazal has happened only because the Yogi Adityanath government is supporting these criminal police officials. Had this boy name was not Fazal but his name was Vivek Tiwari, what would have happened? Mr. Yogi Adityanath and his government would have gone to that boy's house and apologized to that family and have immediately they would have announced ex gratia and handed over the check to the bereaved family. But because this boy was poor, he happened to be Muslim, and his only crime was that he was selling vegetables during lockdown. The Uttar Pradesh government, led by Mr. Yogi Adityanath, they hate Muslims and Dalits. No two questions about that. There is a track record of that. And also there is an empirical evidence which clearly shows that 56% of UP police believe that Muslims are criminals. Even before an investigation, they believe that. And that is reflected in their behavior towards Muslim youth. I condemn it. This is one more a black mark on BJP government headed by Mr. Yogi Adityanath.
Sir, so the Delhi...
I don't want to speak anything about Delhi Chief Minister, who I equally blame for the mess which has been created in Delhi. But my question to the Honorable Prime Minister is that, will he please enlighten all the country that why is it that on April 8, 36.5 lakh people were administered vaccines every day. On April 8, come to May 20th, only 13.6 lakh vaccines per day had been vaccinated. Can the Prime Minister please enlighten us that how is it that on April 8, 36.5 lakh vaccines were administered per day, and how is it that on May 20th it has come down to 13.6 lakh per day? Who is responsible, Mr. Prime Minister? Why are you still allowing exports of these vaccines from Serum and from Bharat Biotech? If not, then where are these vaccines? On April, we had 36.5, right. April 8, and on May 28 is 13.5 lakh. And that is why in state of Telangana, where I am sitting now, there are no vaccines. So the Prime Minister Modi is completely responsible. I am telling you from day one. He has brought it upon because of his wrong policies, because of his wrong vision, because not behaving like a statesman, not having any strategy, and completely disregarding the scientific community. The country is paying the price of unscientific behavior of the Prime Minister, and we are paying it by our lives. Vaccines will protect lives of Indian, but the Prime Minister of India has no question. They are completely lost. They have left the 137 crore Indians and have said that now you are Atmanirbhar. The government of Modi cannot help you. This is the reality.
Sir, and on the, I mean, isn't it the duty of central government to procure vaccine?
Why is the government holding on to Remdesivir and Tocilizumab and all these black fungus medicines? It is a completely abdication of their constitutional duty. By abdicating their constitutional duty, they have clearly sent a message to the people of India that we are washing our hands about your welfare, about this whole COVID virus, because they are responsible. Every scientist had told them, epidemiologists have told them, that a second wave is going to come. And now this Modi government is saying that we are ready for third wave. Shame on them that you are not able to control the second wave. You knew second wave was coming, you were not prepared. Now you talk about third wave. So this clearly shows that
हमसे जुड़े रहने के लिए हमारे YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और नई वीडियो की नोटिफिकेशन के लिए बेल आइकॉन को दबाएं। अगर आप ये वीडियो Facebook पर देख रहे हैं तो लाइक जरूर करें और ज्यादा से ज्यादा शेयर करें। धन्यवाद।